In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Out of Newton County, 18-29, State versus Craig Hughes. Charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts. Are you Craig Hughes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you got a lawyer?
No, sir.
You intend to hire a lawyer or make application to the public defender's office?
Yes, sir.
Well, which of the two?
Make an application for the offender.
Okay, pick up an application, fill it out, turn it into the jail there. And let's see, I'll be in Newton County.
October 3rd.
All right, October 3rd, 10 o'clock. October 3rd at 10 o'clock. We'll enter a plea of not guilty in your case, and we'll look into attorney status on October 3rd. Let's see, you had a signature bond. Were you picked up again for some reason? Have you got a bond, I guess it's a question.
Sir?
Have you got a bond?
What am I being charged with?
Possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts.
Huh?
Did he get out of jail at one time, jailer? There's a signature bond on file here. You know?
Yes. We picked him up on some misdemeanor warrants.
Oh, okay, I understand now. Okay, very well. Well, we'll leave it at that. You may stand aside, sir. Shane Middleton, 18-72 out of Newton County. Let's see what he's charged with. Are you Shane Middleton, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm pulling up your file here. Give me just a few seconds. You're charged with theft of property. Possession of firearms by certain persons. Yes, that's all. You have a lawyer, sir?
No, Your Honor, I'm in process of hiring one. I've been waiting on a couple to come and talk to me, but
Okay,
I
I understand. Will Judge Webb be in Jasper on September 26th?
That's what it says.
Okay, well, I'm gonna schedule you to appear before Judge Webb on September 26th at 9:30 in the courthouse there in Jasper for attorney status and arraignment. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have an 8.1 hearing on Michael Finch. Is he still in jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Michael Finch. Are you Michael Finch?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm looking at a warrant for your arrest out in Newton County District Court for failing to appear for fictitious vehicle tags, failure to transfer a driver's license, no proof of liability insurance, driving on a suspended or revoked license. This is your first appearance before court. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say might be used against you. You have a right to a lawyer. If you can't afford a lawyer, make application to the Public Defender's Office. And if you qualify, we'll appoint a lawyer to represent you. And while you're in the Newton County Jail, subject to the regulations of the Sheriff's Department, you have a right to communicate with your family, friends, and your attorney. The District Court has set your bond at $1,285 cash only. Your appearance in Newton County, next appearance in Newton County District Court, or maybe first appearance, will be October 1st at 8:30 a.m. October 1st, 8:30 a.m. That's all we can do right now. Thank you.
It's a first
Didn't
appearance
process it.
on revocation.
Kenneth Smith. Is Mr. Smith available?
He's made an application, if I may.
Okay. Mr. Smith, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Let me see. There's been a petition filed to revoke your probationary period. We'll enter a plea of not true.
All right, the state would
Yes,
ask
go
that,
ahead.
if it would be acceptable to the court, that we set this hearing not on your next Friday, but the one after that. It should be in October. Not the October 5th, but the one you would have after that.
The October 26th, we'll have a hearing. You see, you'll be represented by the public defender, so I guess they'll be getting in contact with you. October 26th, 10 o'clock, or 9:30, I should say, or soon thereafter, so we can get to your case. All right, you may stand aside.
They set me a bond, Your Honor.
I don't want to get into that. We'll address it later.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Jesse Ballard, 18255.
He's made an application, if I can approach.
Sure what he's charged with. Delivery of methamphetamine.
It looks like Mr. Ballard actually has two cases on the Boone County docket. One is in our division, one's in Division 4. He has 18104 and 18255.
Yeah. Is this new form information, is that required?
I hope not, because I don't use it. I don't like it. I use the new cover sheet like I'm supposed to, but I still type my information the way I always have.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you in case 18255. How does he plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. Waiver formal reading of the information.
Okay, we'll enter a plea of not guilty, schedule the matter for hearing, and let me see if there's another case.
Your Honor, at one point, we had had that Mr. Ballard was an ADC inmate. Is that still the case, Ben, or do you know?
No, I think the garb says he's local.
Okay.
What was the case number you had?
I show 18104.
104, I'm sorry,
I was
104.
going to propose that maybe one be transferred to the other and put them both in the same division,
I think that'd be best to,
just to make it easier to keep up with him. The 104 case is the older of the two, but yeah, yeah. That's what we that's kind of what we normally do anyway, is we just transfer it to the newer case to the older cases division.
Well, that's agreeable with me, if Judge Webb's agreeable. Let me see when he's set for trial. His next appearance in the 104 case is October 19th at 8:30. All right, you may stand aside, sir. Thank you.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Whether you're hunting, fishing, or tailgating, Clay Maxey Ford has you covered. That's right, near or far, when it comes to getting you where you want to go, America's best-selling truck, the F-150, is up to the challenge.
You can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
State versus Michael Battenfield, 18-67. Possession with purpose to deliver cocaine, possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia. Michael Battenfield.
Judge, I believe Mr. Battenfield and also in the case below and Mr. Belter in the Grimes unit down in Newport. Those are the ones we're trying to get up, set the account up to have phone calls with them. I'm thinking I'm just going to try to go down there and see them next week and see if we can get a plea deal worked out.
Scheduled for appearance on October 5th. 9:30. State versus Lynn Cooper, 18-283. Possession of controlled substance, fictitious tags, some driving related offenses, including a DWI of 33.
He's made application, Your Honor, if I approach.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And let's see. He needs to be arraigned, I think.
Enter a plea of not guilty, waive a formal reading of the information.
Okay. We've already issued a scheduling order. Anything else?
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, you may stand aside, sir. Robert Mitchell, 18315,
He's made application as well, Your Honor.
charged with video voyeurism and indecent exposure. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Need to waive a formal reading of the information, enter a plea of not guilty.
And it looks like Mr. Mitchell has a pending probation revocation in Division 4, 2018-99.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if this is a situation where we would want to transfer the new case to that division,
You
track it with the revo, but
you can look at that and see what you think. We'll issue a scheduling order unless it's transferred. Anything else?
Nothing further from the defense.
Okay, you may stand aside, sir.
Your Honor, may I get a bond on the revocation?
That's not before me, that's Judge Webb's case.
Good. Thank you.
State versus James Ryan, 18313. Commercial burglary, theft, criminal mischief, as an habitual offender.
Judge, looks like we were appointed to represent Mr. Ryan. Would waive a formal reading of the information, enter a plea of not guilty. It looks like he may have appeared last week in front of Judge Webb.
Okay. We'll enter that plea of not guilty. If we haven't already, send out a scheduling order. You may stand aside, sir. State versus Daniel Hill II, 18110. Drugs and firearms, possession of controlled substance, possession of firearms for certain persons, death by receiving.
Judge, Mr. Hill, in his case, we have an agreement reached tentatively this morning after some back and forth. I would ask if we could continue him to the 5th to allow us to do the paperwork, and he's
Okay.
on the clock anyway, and that'll go towards the resolution of this case.
Continue to October 5th, 9:30.
He's got a revocation as well, Your Honor.
15167.
Correct, Your Honor, and I'd ask for the same disposition on that if we could put that off to play at the same time.
Has he been arraigned on it? Do you know?
I believe he has. If he hasn't,
But we'll enter plea of not true.
Interplay not true, wait 60 days if it's an issue, but no, he's
Okay.
been,
All right. You may stand aside, sir. Joshua Maddox, 18-69.
Your Honor, I present Mr. Maddox. We've got a plea agreement worked out if we could bring him over later, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll transport him.
Thank you, sir.
We'll transport you to the courthouse. Sherry Snelling, 18-201. Charged with drug paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence, controlled substances, habitual offender, yes.
Judge, I think Ms. Snelling was back on today. She was picked up on a failure to appear warrant out of August 10th. We'd asked the court if the court would consider to reinstate her bond. I think as the court reviews the docket, there were three initial appearances that she was at court for. As I understand from her, she had some confusion about her court dates. I've spoken with the Campbell Bonding Company, and they've agreed to stay on the bond. They'll provide whatever proof is needed for that.
Why, sure.
That'll work, Judge?
Yep.
All right.
You know.
Kristen Gasper, 18-5, forgery, theft of property, rather, theft by receiver.
Judge, Ms. Gasper was recently picked up on a FTA warrant issued back in April. She's passed her jury trial, so if we could set her for a jury trial, we'll get down and see if we can dispose of the case.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah, Ben, I think Johnny Nichols may have entered his appearance on Ms. Gasper's case.
There you can have it.
I spoke with him several times this past week, and Judge, with the court's permission, I believe the plan is that Mr. Nichols represents both Ms. Gasper and her co-defendant, and they're going to enter pleas in both of those cases next Friday in front of Judge Webb.
Okay. Who is the co-defendant?
Last name's Gasper, too.
Okay.
I don't remember his first.
All right. All right. We'll have him here before Judge Webb next week. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Paula Benz, 18-252. Possession of controlled substances, drug paraphernalia.
Judge, she also has 18-147. I don't know if it's set for today. It is set for today as well.
18-147, you said. Maybe we'll look at 18-252.
You got her in custody in May, so we know it's been right, 120 counting. I'll take a look at it. I'm not saying yes or no today, but it's not an unreasonable counteroffer.
Judge, if we could leave Mrs. Benz as scheduled, we're potentially a chance for a resolution. Otherwise, we'll just leave it as scheduled. If we need her to appear on the 5th, we'll request she get put on the docket.
In both cases?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. You may stand aside, ma'am. Timothy Decker, 18-308. Possession of controlled substances, possession of drug paraphernalia.
He's made an application, Your Honor. Approach.
Public defender has been appointed to represent you, sir. Let's see. Where do we stand on this?
Judge, I believe Mr. Decker is scheduled for arraignment. I provided discovery to Mr. Gibson, the State Trial Division 4.
Judge, we'd waive a formal reading of the information in her plea of not guilty. Just ask that he get set to appear in front of Judge Webb to get put on scheduling order.
Very well. September 27th, 8:30.
It's a 28th.
Oh, is it 28th, you said? Very well. You may stand aside, sir. Thank you.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
Kelly McDonald, 16-79. Looks like it's a drug case and some driving violations.
Judge, on Ms. McDonald's case, I've talked to her probation officer. He's made some recommendations that we'll need time to try to make, try to find some arrangements that'll keep her out of the penitentiary. And I think we can do that if we can continue her for 2 weeks. I think we can come up with a resolution.
October 5th, 9:30. You may stand aside.
Thank you.
Rhonda Turner, 18-193.
Judge, Ms. Turner also has a revocation, 15-253. She's been screened and approved for drug court, and I believe today they were going to have the staffing to see whether or not she was accepted. I don't anticipate there being any issue with that, and if she is accepted, I think we can plea her out next Friday in front of Judge Webb.
Your Honor, I anticipate that'll be what will take place next Friday too. Just in the event something falls apart on that, could we have a reappearance date in our case? And then if it pleads, then we'll know we can close the file
Okay.
out.
Is it scheduled for anything?
She's got
in jail on a failure to appear.
Okay.
She does, in the revocation case, we would probably have to set her, but she does have a plea deadline of 10/26 and then jury trial in November for the 18-193.
Is that agreeable?
That's fine. We can just have her come back on the
Okay.
26th if the drug court plea doesn't go through.
All right, you may stand aside, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
State versus Matthew Allen, 14-179. Controlled substances, this is on a revocation.
Order in court, Your Honor.
Judge, he's made an application, if I may approach.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Let's see. Been a petition filed to revoke your probationary period. How does he plead?
Not true, we have a formal reading of the petition, and the number is in Division 3, but then the last one indicates maybe Judge Webb had taken the plea.
Let me look.
Judge, I've got your signature on the sentencing order.
Yeah, I remember sentencing him.
Okay.
Okay, we'll set the hearing for October 5th, 9:30 or soon thereafter as we can get to it.
Can I please get a bond?
Oh, I'd rather not. I'm afraid we'd have to hunt you down.
Well, sir, I've got a Social Security hearing coming up, and I'm looking at getting a big back pay settlement. I was going to square up the court.
Okay.
Probation. I was trying to get into rehab, and I was homeless. The reason
Okay, well, you can talk to the sheriff, see if he wants to furlough you for that. But that's all we can do today.
It's just yesterday afternoon.
16-17, 16-61.
That is correct, Judge. I'm new to the case. I know it was set for revocation hearing today. Perhaps we move it to the 26th.
26th.
If the 60 days hasn't been waived, Judge, we'll waive the 60 days.
Very well.
She has a newer case than
18,
18-291.
is that set for trial, probably after first of the year?
She was recently arraigned on that case, so we're probably looking at a trial date early next year.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
October 26th.
Your Honor, may I have my bond changed to Cashier Pro? I'm in a position today to be able to pay a $5,000 Cashier Pro bond or a $500 cash bond. I've already bonded on my original charges.
She has.
Judge, I thought the court's existing bond was a $1,500 cash bond.
I don't remember. In a new case?
Do, sir?
I think on a revocation, Judge.
Well, let me look.
I'm showing the bond was set in the new case at $2,500.
I've already posted that bond, sir.
I don't know if at the time that bond was set, the person setting that bond knew about the revocation of the criminal history.
And I'm in a position to be able to pay $500 to the courts today or $5,000 cash, sir.
Well, ma'am, I'll just have to look at it. Your files are real long. Been a lot of action in here, but I'll take a look at it. Can't do it right now, but I will. State versus Amber McComas, 815-185. Fleeing, obstructing governmental operations, reckless driving, some other driving-related charges.
Judge, it looks like we were appointed last week when she appeared in front of Judge Webb. I would ask if we could set her off for 10-5.
Very well. We'll have a hearing on October 5th, 9:30 or soon thereafter as we can get to it. Okay, you may stand aside, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have a bond?
No, ma'am, you've already had a previous violation. You're found in contempt, which is a break, so let's just leave it at that.
All right, thank you.
State versus Dalton Smith, 16-161. Controlled substances.
Judge, Mr. Smith also has a revocation, 16-161. Oh, he has a new case, 18-248.
That's the baby case. Oh, I sent you an email on that. I don't see it here, but we'll take a look at it.
But Judge, I'd ask if we, I'd ask if we could set him down for 10-5. I've reviewed some of the matters with the state.
We'll reset the hearing for that date. What's the other case?
18-248. Yeah, I guess it is a division.
Since we're transferring a couple of cases over to 4 because of the older case being in their division, I would not oppose this one being transferred to ours.
And Judge, I agree, that's the new charge is the basis of the revocation for the most part.
That's fine with me. You may stand aside, sir. 12-269, Jennifer Stockman, a revocation.
We just well, guess wait till she gets to the judge, if we could have her transported.
All right, we'll transport Ms. Stockman. We'll transport you to the courthouse, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Leslie Turner, 17-235.
Your Honor, in his companion case, there's an order for him to be evaluated. I'd received a call earlier this week, and it was my understanding he'd been taken down, but apparently not, with him still being present in the county jail. So we're waiting that evaluation, that companion case.
All right, we'll leave it as scheduled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You may stand aside, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Justin Willett, 15203, it's a revocation hearing.
He's that application if I can approach.
Judge, I believe we are set for a first appearance on a petition for the vote.
Sir, the public defender has been appointed to represent you.
Waive a form reading the petition and plea not true.
Judge, I don't think I have a copy of the sentencing order to verify which court took the plea.
Let's see if there's one in here. Well, there's no image of the sentencing orders. I think I took it, as I recall.
With this being based on a new felony charge, the state would ask that it be set for hearing on that October 26th date.
Very well. That's when it'll be here. October 26, 9:30.
Honor, if I can get a bond, that would be great, please. I can make bond today so I don't lose my job.
Let me look at the allegations against you. I think, let's just leave it where it's at. That's the best thing for you.
I haven't received a bond yet.
Well, I'm not going to give you a bond.
Yes, sir. Thank you. When was the court date?
October 26, 9:30.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Charles Flanagan, 18111. Possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia.
I just have to type it if they can. It doesn't
Other
matter.
related offenses.
Judge, if we could have Mr. Flanagan brought over for plea.
Okay. We're going to transport you to the courthouse, sir. Oh, Adam Ballard, 18325.
He's that application if I may approach.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Possession of controlled substances, drug paraphernalia also.
Enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay, we'll enter the plea of not guilty.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Ballard has a pending revocation in Division 4.
Okay.
2016-80.
All right.
So this may be a situation where the new case would be transferred.
Judge, I think that'd be appropriate. Mr. Ballard, you'll need to make an application for both cases. We just have the 2016 case, so go ahead and fill out another application for your 2018 case, okay?
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Okay. Let me stand aside.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I was gonna see if there was any way that I could get a bond set.
There is a bond in this case. Let me see.
Your Honor, I just spoke with the probation officer, and he says they would not oppose a bond to cover both the revocation and the new case.
Well, okay. I'll set it $10,000 to cover both.
Excuse me, sir?
I'll set it at $10,000 to cover both cases.
I already bonded out on the one case.
Okay? So you need 5,000 more on the other one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
State versus Sarah Frost, 18-15. Theft, controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, obstructing governmental operations.
Ms. Frost is present and has made an application.
Ma'am, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And
Judge, I apologize.
Go ahead.
Should waive a formal reading of the information, enter plea of not guilty.
Okay, we'll enter the plea of not guilty. Okay, your trial will be November 26, 9 a.m. You need to be here about 8:30. Leland Gregory, 18282. Morning. Do you have a lawyer, sir?
No, sir.
Are you going to hire a lawyer? Or make you going to make application to Public Defender's Office?
No, sir.
Okay. Sir, you definitely need a lawyer.
I need a lawyer.
I sure won't want if I were you.
Okay.
Let's see what. Are these forms something the state issued? My gosh. At any rate, it doesn't tell what category of offense.
I believe it's going to be sexual assault, second degree, which would be a Class B felony.
Can you hire a lawyer?
It'd be very hard, yes, sir.
Well, make application to Public Defender and I'll call your name again. We'll look at it, okay? Matthew Handy, 18257. Drug paraphernalia, controlled substances. Good morning.
Morning.
Who's your lawyer, sir?
I had went and seen the public defenders. It was last week. He said he didn't have anything on to show on that he would be here, but he's not here. Barnett is not.
What do you?
I'm sorry.
Are you going to make application to Public Defender?
Yes, sir. I guess I will. I thought I already had because I have another case that's going. I thought I already had.
Okay. Well.
You were supposed to fill it out when you came in the office that week, and you did not do it.
Well, give him an application. I'll recall your case, sir.
Anybody else?
Justin Smith, 18319. Violence with certain persons, assault in the third degree.
We filed a waiver this morning.
All right.
Mr. Smith is present, though.
Very well. Very well. We've
Step on
already
up here, sir.
scheduled the matter for trial.
What, sir?
We have scheduled it for trial,
Okay, I haven't seen the scheduling order yet, Your Honor.
February 19th.
Thank you very much. May I be excused?
Yes. Jason Glover, 18231. Delivery of controlled substance, drugs and firearms, controlled substances, theft by receiving.
Judge, there's no pretrial issues to take up at this time. Just
Okay.
leave it scheduled.
Very well. You're free to go, sir. Joshua Snelling, 18206. And 18215. Looks like
He also
at
has
least one's
17 I'm sorry. He also has a third case, 17339.
17339. What is it? I don't see it on here. Is it scheduled for hearing today? Well, we'll look.
Judge, on 339, I had filed a motion to continue to track with his two newer cases, 18206 and 18215. At that point, when I filed the motion, the crime labs had not yet returned in the eldest case. We do have those now, so if we need to set those sooner than the January trial date, we can do so.
Anything else?
Nothing at this point, Your Honor.
You're free to go.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Whether you're hunting, fishing, or tailgating, Clay Maxey Ford has you covered. That's right, near or far, when it comes to getting you where you want to go, America's best-selling truck, the F-150, is up to the challenge.
You can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
Aaron Smith, 16285, 17204, revocation hearing.
Mr. Bradford, he is not. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Irwin is not in.
Okay.
Judge, Mr. Smith has 3 cases. He also has 18186, as well as the 2 revocation cases. And 18186, which is the basis of the revocation, it's set for trial in January. The crime labs are still outstanding in that case. I would ask to continue the revocations until maybe early November, late October, if that works, to give the lab time to.
Let's move it to the 26th of October, and I'll call the crime lab and see if we can get a lab report before then.
Okay, that's agreeable with state, or with the defense, waive the 60-day requirement.
Very well. Charles Watts, 03-189. Theft of property.
Judge, Mr. Watts has made an application, if I may approach.
I still don't totally understand what his problem is to do with the court. If we got some kind of order and they gave him a bond, I still don't know why he has pending that requires his court appearance. Does that make sense? I don't know what's been filed that has caused him to be on our docket again. Excuse me.
Like I said, it's from 2002. I've been on parole in Missouri since March of this year. I reported to my people. He's run me, found out reported. And then all of a sudden this just pops up from 2002.
Your Honor, an order was entered in this case setting a bond and ordering Mr. Watts's appearance today. He does appear. I couldn't quite tell for sure what has been filed that's now active in his case.
What happened was there was an alias warrant out. Of course, they had to I had to order the file, and I haven't received it yet. But I don't. It looks like it may have been closed. I can't tell because I don't have the documents. But
Your Honor, I've been on parole since March of this year in Missouri, and my PO, I mean, you know, he runs you every time you go in there. And
sir,
okay.
You told me this story. I
Oh, yeah,
remember
I
the story. I
Thank you.
remember the story. He's been in prison, and this happened so long ago. What the deal was, there was an alias issued in '03, so he forgot about it or wasn't aware of it, whatever. There's no case, so you just need to decide whether you want to pursue it.
Okay.
Okay, but you need to stay in contact with him.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Daniel Scott, 17149, controlled substances, other charges.
Your Honor, we're still on the trial docket. I have a meeting with Mr. Bradford next week. I'd ask the court to reset his next appearance for October the 5th.
Let's see here. If you have an agreement, just come in. If you don't, we'll go to trial.
We'll be here on the 5th, Your Honor. Thank you.
Amber Weirzak, 18-95. Controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, other charges.
Judge, I think in Mrs. Weirzak's case, the state is reviewing some developments after some of the co-defendants had pled and claimed possession of some of these items that I think if so, it may lead to a disposition in this case.
Very well. Stay in contact with your lawyer, ma'am.
And she does still have 18265.
Correct.
I'm assuming there's a scheduling order out in that one already.
I think so.
Nathan Worley, 17241, battery, assault, interference with emergency communications.
Judge, if you could recall Mr. Worley.
Okay. Out of Newton County, 18-41, Richard Shadow. Sorry, come forward. Controlled substances, paraphernalia, drugs and firearms. Looks like you were right before Judge Webb. You're going to hire a lawyer.
Yeah, I've already done that.
Who would it be?
David Cannon.
David Cannon. Okay.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Cannon by phone yesterday, and at this point, we're just waiting on the crime lab to,
All right.
we've been discussing a resolution of Mr. Shadow's matter, but Mr. Cannon would really like to see the crime lab before we commit to anything.
Understand? Let's see. Looks like your next appearance is November 7th at 10 o'clock. That'll be in Jasper. Yeah.
November the 7th.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That it?
That's it, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Gregory, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is 18282 out of Boone County. Leland Gregory. Sir, appointed to Public Defender's Office to represent you. And will enter plea of not guilty.
Please, Your Honor, waive a formal reading of the
We'll
information.
have him appear before Judge Webb on the 28th, week from today, 8:30. Yeah, be here.
Yep, back here at 8:30.
I'm sorry.
8:30 next Friday here.
You're Mr. Handy, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Aren't you?
Your Honor, they wanted to know if we can move Mr. Handy to Division 4 since he has a revocation. Judge West did it already.
That's fine with me. Let me see what we got here. Yes, sir, I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Will enter a plea of, you may have already entered, he entered a plea of not guilty. And then, do you know when his next appearance is before Judge Webb on this revocation?
I don't.
Actually, I think he appeared previously and was given today's date for attorney status in that case as well.
Okay, well, Does he need to fill out 2 applications?
No, on the one, and I already have that one. I've been with Burnett. I went and seen him and already seen him and had an appointment seeing him.
Okay.
We've been appointed in the other 2 matters already, Your Honor.
Have?
Have, Your Honor.
Okay, so.
The 26th, I think, is when I was scheduled to be there. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'd set them for next week. It'd be
Okay,
mine.
appear a week from today on the 28th before Judge Webb at 8:30.
The 28th here? Yes, sir. Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Whether you're hunting, fishing, or tailgating, Clay Maxey Ford has you covered. That's right, near or far, when it comes to getting you where you want to go, America's best-selling truck, the F-150, is up to the challenge.
You can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.